my name is Tina and welcome to the G-Sport Hub. As you might know, this year the whole APAC region has went through a massive overhaul, with now the LCP being this super league, and in this new system, all the old regions are tier 2 leagues who are feeding into LCP. So how's this new tier 2 LJL looking like? The first split called Forge is now on the way, and we have had 4 days of Swiss stage already, which we all have co-streamed, so if you're curious about every single match, there's gonna be a playlist down there, you can check it out. The videos even have timestamps if you're curious for one specific match, but if you don't have that many hours, worry not, because I'm here to kind of summarize what happened, show some highlight clips, and talk about what you might expect in the future. So first of all, the team that everyone is curious about, Reject. This super team is the most talked about in the LJL, and the team itself is not even thinking about winning LJL. Their goals are far beyond that, already talking about how they want to get into LCP for next year, and for a good reason. They absolutely dominated the open qualifiers, averaging a 23-minute win time, and they brought the same domination to the Swiss stage as well. Things like when facing another team called Black Dog, just giving them all their mains that in the previous matches have been banned. They were like, yep, here are your mains. And even if someone like a Yorick was able to actually split push quite well against them, in the end, Reject is just Reject and came out on top in a similarly dominating fashion. Even against Young Gaming, who some would say in like this top 3-4 team in the league, while they almost won a team fight against Reject. That's almost. Somewhere might be getting the kill. Actually, they're gonna be the first. We're gonna go to recap. But then there's now the re-engage. 2 kills to Young Gaming. The fight is still going on over Forest. Is the bailout? The bailout is not in time. The bailout is not in time. And they're just gonna get there for Kiratsu. Kiratsu with the burn. Next, they can play against Weekend Win, who also is a pretty strong team. That team has only lost a single match so far to Reject in open qualifiers. So I would say they are quite heavy favorites to get into playoffs as the first seed. And after that, in the BO3s and BO5s, I think this domination will just continue. But I kind of touched up on this topic. Who is the second best team? Who might be this contender who can maybe take them down? Well, I'm not sure about the taking down part, but there are 4 teams currently who are contending to be the second. First of all is Burning Core, who actually yet to play against Reject, so maybe they will be able to make them bleed a little bit more. This team, who actually haven't had the cleanest games, they were the first ones to play here, and it definitely looked like they have some maybe communication issues or at least nerve issues. Even in their last game against DFM Academy, it was quite a bloodbath, quite back and forth. But I still would say they might be contending the second place, and they might be actually contending Reject as well, just from the firepower they have in the names. Some players like Toltsu have obviously played for tier 1 teams like DFM, but there are also up and coming names like Just Focus, who despite being a Korean player have actually played in VARREL Youth, in their youth program, try to find new talents. And by the way, according to their stream, all the members are gonna be moving into Japan, into one gaming house. So they're definitely gonna be helping their cohesion, their synergy, is definitely gonna provide a better practice environment as well. So I absolutely don't think that this team should be underestimated. That was really nice from Bruce, coming back at it here. Oh, wait, oh, that is the technology! The technology! The Oriana! Sees out technology! The same as the Nocturne, just going, use the ultimate, they're gonna be taking the 2 members, beautiful. They are the last yet to contend Reject, so they might be doing it, who knows. Another team who's contending for this second place basically is Young Gaming, who is such an interesting team. I love them so much. They have a Chinese top laner called Mao, alongside a French jungler called Norwegian, who is French, but called Norwegian. And they also have a French coaching staff, so it's quite a multinational team. And this French jungler who I talked beforehand is a Gwen main. He actually played a few Gwen jungle games, and obviously just carrying on them. So even if they lost the Reject in the Swiss stage, I absolutely don't think that this is gonna be a boring team to watch. They're probably gonna get to playoffs, and in the BO3s, BO5s, we'll see what they can do. One another team to look out for is Weekend Win. Throughout the open qualifier, they have only lost to Reject, and in the Swiss stage, they were able to go into the 2-0 bracket. Now they're going to be playing against Reject once again. I would still prefer Reject. I think they're still the heavy favorites. But this is not a boring team to watch by any means. The Radiistic Chico is someone who I actually noticed during a scouting rounds a few years ago. And ever since then, in all the tier 2 teams he was on, I think he was just a really fun ADC to watch. He also had some highlight plays already in the LJL. Competitive's only goal is to take Chico down. Now look, take a look at Chico. Stun into stun into stun into stun, but Chico just keeps it up. Look. Just running around Galio. They have also just won an amateur tournament at the start of January. They have actually beaten VARREL Youth in this amateur tournament's finals. So nonetheless, the match is gonna be interesting, and no matter the result, this is a team that I think gonna get to playoffs, and you 100% should keep an eye on them. And if you are here, the last team in this tier bracket is gonna be Spirit Quartz Gaming. Despite the fact that they weren't able to top their group in open qualifier, I still think they're showing an incredible performance in this stage. Most recently, their mid laner Sai playing the full AP Galio, which was a just show the highlights. Storm says Lichbane Ignite Galio. I don't know if I should. I don't know. The game seems kind of. Oh my. What? Yoda never really was able to like get ahead in this game. It seems like. I mean, there's Atakan. Doesn't matter. Yep, doesn't matter. Oh, wait, what? This team's gonna be playing on February 26th and 27th. We're gonna be co-streaming those matches, so make sure to check them out. But the 2-0 group is definitely not the only interesting part. Here are some other teams worth highlighting, starting with DFM Academy. Even if they're 1-1, I think their drafts have been the most fun so far. They were the team who played the top lane Vladimir with mid lane Tryndamere to actually quite a high success, I would say. They are the team who has the top laner Momo, who actually promised on Twitter that in every drafting phase, he's gonna be like mimicking the champion he's picking. He's a very happy and bright person, so, I mean, you can just watch his camera. It's always making me happy. And they're also a fun team to watch on the Rift as well. And the fact that they're gonna be against Young Gaming, this team who I said might be contesting for the second best team, I think this match is gonna be pure cinema. Due to one of the team's hands have forfeiting their previous matches, the teams who would have been their opponents, namely V3 and Kareha children, we don't have too much information about them, and they're actually gonna be playing against each other next. So I guess we're gonna be finding out more from both teams. V3 is coming in here with a lot of synergy. A lot of their members are from Axis's previous tier 2 team. But we don't really know that much of these matchups, if I'm being honest. Nonetheless, I think these games are gonna be close. 2 more teams in this group who I haven't talked about. One of them is Velbeli. Apparently they said that their jungler Fubuki has gotten a pentakill on Skarner in one of the scrims. Now, I don't think that Skarner is really gonna be going to draft that much. This guy is getting banned all the time. What if it happens? We might be expecting that one as well. The ADC Mayar also had some nice moments during the matches. I'm not sure how much they can do, but there is a massive ultimate from the Yone. But so far no one died. So far no one died. That's a, oh my goodness. Incredible fight here. Mayar just getting the kills. This Uva is gonna be going down or not. Oh my god. There's a triple. There is no way. Quadra kill for Mayar! And their opponent is gonna be Nightcap, who actually has a support, who's a Bard main, so you might be expecting some Bard plays as well. I mean, last game he played Bard, it was a little bit of a mixed bag, but they have almost beaten Spirit Quartz Gaming, who is now sitting in 2-0. So I think if they clean up their gameplay, there is a chance that this match is also gonna be close. There's one last matchup left in the 1-1 group, which is VARREL Youth versus Velbeli Kaizokudan. I have the same feeling with both teams, as if both of them kind of struggling to find their identity. VARREL Youth just had a pretty clean game, so maybe they already found theirs. And I guess like same goes for Velbeli Kaizokudan, whose name by the way means Velbeli Pirate Crew, since their leader, their mid laner, called Velbelis. Both of them have lost their first games and won the second one, so maybe this momentum is gonna be helping them to have a close game here as well. I mean, all the games in this 1-1 group look close, so I think we're gonna be in a treat for both those days. And with this one, now let's talk about our O2 group. And as I said before, hands we don't know that much about. Due to one of their starting members is being unable to play, they had to forfeit all their Swiss games so far, and we don't have that much information about their open qualifier games, but they ended lost there as well. So I would say this is probably gonna be the round when we say goodbye to them. I really hope that in this 3-week break that we have right now, they're gonna be able to rebound, revitalize themselves, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like they might be out here. They're gonna be against Clogs, who actually had some pretty nice comebacks. They're kind of a team known for their comebacks. And the other O2 match is gonna be Velocity versus Black Dog. Velocity also still looking for their first victory. They were not able to find any in open qualifiers and nor in the Swiss stage. They did have some close games. They also kind of threw one of their games that they almost won. So I wouldn't necessarily say that there is no chance they're winning this one, but they are up against Black Dog. And it's just so hard to draft against this team. Despite what the scoreline says here, they had to face reject once, so That's already one loss. But their top laner is a really good Yorick player. Their mid laner is a really good Lux player, actually. So I think they still have some firepower. And even if those champions are gonna get banned in draft, which I would expect, even then there's gonna be so many OPs left up, I do think they would be winning this. And this is it. This is my summary of the first 4 days of LJL Forge. I'm gonna be honest, I had a ton of fun watching these games. All the games we watched have been really interesting. We had nice outplays, we had nice comebacks. So overall, it is a pleasure to co-stream all of them. And once again, if you're curious about any of the matches, there's gonna be a playlist with timestamps, so you can just check whichever you want. But for now, that was me. I hope I could give you a little summary of everything that happened so far. If you're curious about more, make sure to check out our social media. We're on Twitter, Blue Sky, and even here on YouTube, we're gonna be posting a lot of stuff in the future. So once again, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!